everybody out there, and welcome to another episode of That Talk Show with me, Barry Holmes. Oh man, we've had such a great week here leading up to our 84th episode of the That Talk Show. You see me, I'm sporting the OG8s here with the nice Christmas touch. We're going to be raffling off one of those along with a highlighter beanie as well too. So you're going to definitely want to be tuned in towards the end of the show when we spin that wheel. But we got Vitamin Z here on our Instagram live stream. Shout out to my boy K, Sam, Carl, Ishabad Crane, our usuals on the Instagram live. Then also we got our Facebook live streaming as well too. But you know, it's been a great, productive week. I had the chance to go on my boy Tim IB's podcast, Okay, and it was dope to be able to, you know, be there with somebody else who's trying to do the same thing that you're doing, and there was such a mutual respect. And from the different clips that he's shown the past couple days, I guess he released 2 different previews, but from what I've seen, that episode is going to be fire. I had a great time. How could I say? Had a great time just being on there and just having just regular conversations. A lot of times what makes this so special is it feels like you're right here on the couch with me. So to be able to also have that experience on another podcast, you know, it's something that really makes you love this podcast, or makes me love this podcasting. And, you know, that was my 3rd time being a guest on someone else's show. So, you know, I'm getting my experience down as far as being a guest, and you know, I definitely love that dynamic as, you know, as far as being someone who hosts the show here, but then getting a chance to talk about my experiences, talk about how I built this brand and how I got to the OG8. You know, it's been a long, tough process, but to stand before you here with my boy Brian Spahn, who just got himself his OG3 and his tie-dye shirt for his wife, and my boy Kevin Rosa, whether he's supporting the Bazooka Barry or the OG2s, you know, I feel like I got an army behind me of you, of all you people out there that watch this That Talk Show. You know, we're closing in on 10,000 downloads, and you know, I had the great experience of almost, you know, just being in awe in a sense, because I had a phone interview today, and you know, we've all know how difficult it's been for the pandemic, and you know, with losing my job. So to get an interview out there kind of breathes hope in the fact that, you know, I can bring myself out of this and good things will happen. But you know, it's so great because the person that was interviewing me for this marketing job was asking me a lot about this show, this That Talk Show, so to be able to build this from ground up to where, you know, I literally had, you know, almost a little bit of personality to where, you know, I'm pouring my heart out into this mic, and I'm able to use that in interviews, and it's something to really be proud of, and people really rock my face on this shirt, to the point where a guy can inspire other people on his podcast through my experiences. So, you know, that's why I'm here to deliver you guys a quality episode, but more importantly, to just spread the message of positivity, and just the fact that if you really want something, you got to go out there and get it. Nobody's going to give it to you. So, you know, I had that experience of being able to send that message on the Okay podcast. So if you do get a chance, please go see my boy Tim and his podcast over at Okay. They're on Spotify, YouTube, you name it, similar to us. So for him to make it to 10 episodes, and the sky's the limit for him. So, you know, I always like, how can I say, shedding some light to some people that are doing positive stuff too. So, you know, for me to be a part of that, it was a lot, man. But, you know, aside from that, I was able to really, you know, push these beanies again, like I said. We've been doing really great. Only got about 5 or 6 left. So, you know, thank you to everyone that's gotten themselves a beanie. I've been sending them out. Like my dad, quick at work over here with the shipping orders. So shout out to him who's sending out these shipping orders. But a lot of positive things to talk about, and that's why, you know, to have this episode and to come here on a Friday night right before Christmas, you know, I'm in the bestest of moods, to say the least. So before we get into the show, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, VW Liquors, located in Wick Plaza, Edison, New Jersey. Also want to give a shout out to Sky-Dye Socks, my boy Savion, doing his thing. He came and dropped some gems over, and it's something when you have sponsors that, you know, like to help you out. And I have VW Liquors who helps out the entire community by giving them that discount, that 10% That Talk Show discount if you listen to the show. But like I said, it means something when you have a real connection with, not only your friends, but your sponsors. And here we had the snowstorm where I was almost in awe because that Tuesday I was out golfing. And then just here on a Thursday, it's completely snowing. And, we wake up and we're, talking about how we're going to, get the snow shovel. And here my boy showed up at the driveway, there to help me out. And that's not just coming from a guy at Skydive Socks. That's coming from, a really good friend of mine in Savion Gaynor. And that just gives you the type of person that he is that, after shoveling all night for his side job, he wanted to come over to my house to help us shovel out of our driveway. And, I just am happy to have those type of friends around me. And, like I said, to have a sponsor in him at Skydive Socks means the world to me. So thanks again, Say. I appreciate you, brother. Then also want to give a big shout out to our people over at 91s.com, Cody Bromley, bringing you the best acid wash apparel in the game. We want to give also a big shout out to my boy over at Ink Parlor, Timmy Hugel, giving people what they want as far as putting their brand to light. You're definitely going to want to hit him up. Then also want to give a shout out to Air We Are for heating and cooling needs. We got you. We're going to hit my boy up, Jeff Galata. He's doing great things over there. Then also we want to give a shout out over to our people, Angelo Crognali over there at 13 and a Half Clothing Company. He's doing some really dope things. Hopefully within these next couple weeks, we're going to have that winter collection show where you can come and show up some of his products. So, be on the lookout for that. And then finally, we want to give a shout out to my boy Joe Snow and Maria over at New York Life, helping people to get their financial freedom and put themselves on a path towards, financial flexibility. Especially during this pandemic, it's tough times. So if you need somebody to help you put you on that path to stability financially, hit them up over at New York Life and they'll definitely help you out here. But, thank you so much to all of our sponsors. You guys are really in for a good treat here tonight because for the 9 and, 10 people here on our Instagram and Facebook live stream, shout out to my Uncle Mickey, shout out to Elvin Ortiz, shout out to Zishan Abbas. We got a great show for you. I have one of my really good friends who's actually one of my UBA teammates, and maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. But, I'm just super excited to come here on the show because, like I said, my boy Savion is somebody who's one of my really good friends. And, those are the type of people and, those are the type of influential people that I like to try and have here on this show. So to have, this guy right here who kind of, really just infuses energy in my life, in my body when I'm out there bowling. And sometimes when I'm not hitting my 10 pins, he's there to say, what do you need, a beer, Barry? Come on. So, this guy's one of my real good friends and, one of the most positive people that I've seen, in the recent times. So, for everyone out there, if you have your drink, please give a big, warm welcome to my friend, Guven Kose. Come around this way, Guven. Hell yeah. What's up, Guven?
What's up, Barry? Hello, everybody out there. How's it going?
Oh, man.
What's going on?
Looking good in that talk show beanie, man.
Yeah, man,
Look at flames.
This is it.
So,
I seen this beanie, I love it.
I know. Before you came on the show, I told him I got a whole bunch of different flavors for you to choose from, man. And, he just went right to that. So what was it about that?
This was the very last one he brought out. I was like, no! This is the one. This is the one.
Yes. What made you know that was the one? Like, what was it?
It's just, the gold, man. That's it. The gold, and plus I was wearing, this shirt, so it just matched. It worked.
Hey, my man Guven is all about being fashionable, right?
That's it.
But for everybody out there that doesn't know who you are, can you tell people who is Guven Kose?
I bowl with Barry. I like to snowboard. I work a lot, hardworking. I'm 24 years old. I'm on my way to closing on a house. If I can do it, any of you can do it. That's it.
That's a big thing out there, man. Like that you actually during these times you were able to close on the house. So can you kind of tell everybody out there what that experience was like as being a young homeowner now?
Well, this pandemic for many people was real bad experience. But for me, it really opened my eyes. I worked a lot harder because through this whole pandemic, I stayed working. I was one of what do they call it?
What is it? The essential workers?
Yeah, I was an essential worker. So that kind of pushed me to strive for more, and through that, I was able to save some money this past year, and I was able to, get a nice down payment on a home. And like I said, I'm 24 years old. If I can do it, any of you can do it.
Hell yeah. That's some powerful words, man. And, for you, what, I know how you said that over this pandemic kind of like opened your eyes. So like, was there any point in time, was there like a specific event that told you, this is the time or this is what's right for me to go get a house right now? Or
just all the free time, I needed a nice project, all the free time, me not doing anything. I just figured I needed something to do in my free time, and that goes for everybody. There's so much time we spend playing video games or watching TV or just doing stuff to pass the time when we can really be doing projects to better ourselves. Just like my good friend Barry here, he saw this as a great opportunity to expand his brand.
Yeah, man. And, I think that, I even talked about this on Tim's podcast, but, that kind of comes from an innate, entrepreneurial spirit, right? So, it's kind of like something that's either in you or it's not in you, right? So, at what point did you realize that, that you had this entrepreneurship inside you and you had to exercise that?
I always wanted this. I always wanted to be better, and that's it. Anybody out there, you just have to want to be better. If you're going to be better, you have to want it. Mm-hmm. That's really what it is. I went to college. I dropped out. I don't have a college degree. I just I work my butt off, and it really comes down to just wanting it more than everybody else.
Yeah, and that's a testament to your work ethic, because here you are. You dropped out of college, and we're still able to make, something of yourself, and not only of something of yourself, but something to be proud of. I mean, to be a homeowner before 30, I mean, big props up to you, man. But
thank you, Barry. Thank you.
I know that you've knocked down this goal now with, having a, pretty much getting a house now. So, is there any other goals on this horizon for this hardworking Guven here?
I'm still going to college part-time.
Okay.
Yeah, I found a company, they're paying for it part-time. There's options like that out there. You find a nice company. I was just lucky, I had people that vouched for me, and that's it. I really got lucky. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Anybody can go out there and they can get lucky too.
Right, and I think part of the thing that also helps us to be so productive as well too is the fact that you gotta have some time to yourself and some time to do the things that make you happy. So amidst all the hard work and the time that it takes to build this empire that you're trying to build, how do you find time for the free time or to do the things that you like to do?
Well, today, before I came here, I was snowboarding all day. That's something I really like to do. I spent all day doing that. It's, beautiful on the mountains. It's fun to do. You get together with a bunch of friends and just have a good time. Be with people that want to be better, and you don't have to go out, to the bars every night, which is something you can't really do now. So you got to find other hobbies,
Mm-hmm. And how long, I guess, how long have you been snowboarding, and like what kind of got you into that? Because I know for me, I kind of just started golfing, but how did you get started into snowboarding?
My uncle was always a big snowboarder. He was semi-pro. He was sponsored by I think it was Rockstar Energy Drink.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's sponsored by them. He got into a big accident. They had to helivac him off the mountain and everything like that. But when he got back into it, so many years later, maybe 5 years later, he started getting back into it. That kind of like, oh, maybe, I can get into this. So I started snowboarding with him, and I found it to be something that I loved.
Mm. And, we also know that you're also a big bowler, so...
Oh, yeah.
So, now that I've, kind of joined your UBA team here over at DIY, how do you think it's been now with kind of bowling, with this new UBA team?
I love this team, honestly. It's a great group of people, and it's all about how people work together. It's chemistry. It's not really how good bowlers are in any sport. It's not really how good the players are, but it's all about the team chemistry. If I'm striking, I'm inspiring you to strike. I'm not putting you down because I'm doing well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We want to inspire each other, and that's chemistry.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I think about this DIY team. It's all about chemistry.
And that's one of the things that I've liked, especially you talked about the team chemistry, because I was on a team previously and they had never had a team practice, and here we've had about 3 or 4, and it's really, I think, helped out my game a lot for sure. So I think that team chemistry is a huge thing, especially, and that was something that I was looking for when I made the switch. But for you, bowling at Majestic, and when you asked me to come sub with you, I tell you, it's some of the most fun times that I have bowling, man. So, where does that come from for you, where you're able to just, release and just have such a good time, man?
It's just my energy. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to have a good time doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And for people out there, this guy is a memorable dude. I mean, he will literally have me in stitches at the bowling alley, bro. But have you bowled a perfect game yet?
Nope.
No.
No.
So Tyrese he's got one, but me and Guven don't.
Tyrese had the perfect game. He's had the 300, but he's never had a 700.
Oh!
So I've had many of those.
Okay. Yeah, I had 3 700s last year too. But this year it's been a struggle. So have you noticed that? Because I know for me, the first half of the season, me and my brother, we struggled to kind of get back into that rhythm, and I feel like we're kind of trying to take strides to get back to where we were last season. Do you feel like it was hard for you to kind of get into that swing to where you were, striking the lights out, or do you feel like, right when we came back from the break, it was like seamless for you?
No, I mean, we had a big break. It was maybe like 6 months I hadn't bowled, and like they say, it's like riding a bike, but for me it was a little bit more difficult. I had to get back into the form, I had to get loose again, but I got back into it. How was it for you?
For me, man, I think like I said, it was definitely a hard hard transition, because last year I was bowling 5-6 nights a week, man, and that's a lot of reps. I think I looked and I had bowled, I think, over like 400, 500 games last season, So to now come back from that to now where you're only getting, 3 games a week, maybe 6 if I practice or if I sub. So, it really kind of gives me that that sense of urgency when I come in on Tuesday night, because that's literally my only night to get out there and rip it. So it's been a struggle, but over these past couple weeks I just rolled 667. So I think that I'm on the right path. I got a new ball. How I am with my updating my equipment. So yeah, man, I think I'm on the right path, man, for sure. So when you tell me to sub on Thursday nights, I'm gonna be ready, dog.
There you go. I've been needing a new pair of shoes. I've been rolling with the same pair of shoes since probably 8th grade.
8th grade?
I swear.
What?
I swear.
How do you still fit in the shoes, man?
I do.
Oh my gosh. That's got to be a record or something. My man has the same bowling shoes.
I actually just moved it's got the removable sole, so I just changed that out now. How many years later?
Wow. Hey, let's put it this way. At least you're changing something. You know what I'm saying? At least you're changing something. But I know that, like you said, you're a snowboarder. You do like bowling as well too. But what out of all the sports, in terms of watching, what's your favorite sport to watch? Would you say right now?
I want to say football, but it's been a hard season for me because I'm a Giants fan.
Okay.
It's been a very tough, heartbreaking season because, all their games probably, I want to say, except for 2 of them, have been very, very close games, games that they could have won. So in a perfect world, they really should only have 2 losses.
Yeah.
But it's not a perfect world, and, it's what it is. But that's what I have to deal with. I have to deal with being a Giants fan, so...
Well, at least you got to see your team win a couple of championships, so all is not lost in New York. And I think that not even 2 weeks ago you were defending for first place in the NFC East. So
we're still there.
You're still almost out. So from what you've seen as a Giants fan, are you a fan of Daniel Jones? Do you feel like he's your quarterback for the for the franchise?
I want to call him Danny Dimes on his good days. But, on his bad days, it's just, it's heartbreaking. His biggest issue, I really want to say, is just turnovers. He needs to learn how to just take the sack and not do more than he needs to do, because he fumbles that ball like crazy. The interceptions, that comes. He's still a new QB, but he fumbles the ball a lot, which is something he needs to get control of if he wants to keep in charge of this New York Giants team.
I think that's true, Guven. I mean, ball security has always been an issue for Danny Dimes. I mean, we should be calling him Danny Dimes, but he looks like he's dropping dimes out of his pocket with the fumbles, Right. So it's tough, especially when you come down to, playoff time. Like Say says, the Giants are going to go to the playoffs, but it doesn't mean, much if you go to the playoffs if you're turning the ball 3-4 times because, say you're coming in as a wild card team or, they might be a division leader. I think, they would be a division leader. They'd host a game, but, that's tough when you have the Seahawks coming in. I mean, they did beat the Seahawks, but playoff football is very, very different, man. So, do you feel like this team is ready for the playoffs?
Being a Giants fan, I want to say, yeah, we can handle anything. Mm-hmm. But no, we're still a rebuilding team. Daniel Jones, he needs a lot more time. And this, Coach Joe Judge, he did a great job getting his team a lot better towards the end of the season. Mm-hmm. But that's what it is. It's a new team, new coach, new system. They need a lot more time. That's it. I could see them being a great team maybe 3-4 years from now. Yeah,
you know what? I think that we have a better chance of me coming to one of your poker nights than the Giants making the playoffs this year. So let me tell you. So can you tell everybody out there about what these poker nights that you do are, man?
Nah, I just do a little poker night. Anybody want to, give me your money? That's okay. We can do that. Throw some chips around. It's a good time, though. I'll give you some alcohol. We'll drink some beers, have a good time. But I'm walking away with your money.
Oh my gosh! How did you get into poker, man?
I've always played with my family. Just Texas Hold'em. It's good fun. That's what it is. It's the poker nights that I do. It's not just so much about the money. It's more like bonding. With friends, family. It's not like playing at AC where, you got to keep playing to make your money back. You know what I'm saying? You come over there with the set amount and you're good. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, well, I'm sure that you definitely had some good times with that, man. And, I definitely might have to come out there and show
you. I got
quite the poker face, man. Don't sleep on me, bro. I might take your money, dog.
It's possible.
I might have taken it in bowling,
Beginner's luck.
Oh, he said beginner's luck. This guy, Guven, is different, man. But, for people out there that don't know, me and Guven are definitely some beer snobs, I guess you could say. We definitely love our beers. So when we were talking about Guven coming here on the show, I told him, I was like, dude, you gotta come and bring one of your beers or a beer that you like, and I'll bring a beer that I like, and we'll kind of do an exchange and do like a review for that on the show. So what we have here, can you tell us a little bit about this beer that you got for us here today?
All right, so like I said, I enjoy snowboarding, and there's this place I go to, Blue Mountain in PA, and they do a beer festival every year. And one time I went, I've never heard of this brewing company. It's called Weyerbacher. And I tried this beer. It's a 24. It's not 24th. It's 24. 24RD.
Okay.
And it was one of the best beers I've ever had. I swear.
Wow.
I just love this beer. It's very good. I've been to their brewery now many times. I stopped there on the way to snowboarding today. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely got an acquired taste to it because I know it's definitely not for everybody. Me, myself, it's one of the best beers I've ever had. But I've had other people tell me it's okay.
Okay.
But me, myself, it's a hit, right on spot.
All right, dope, man. Well, what we'll do here is we're going to try this beer out on the show. For everybody else out there that wants to get a chance to see here, it is Weyerbacher, and it's from Easton, PA, and it's 24, right? 24 beer with 9% alcohol here. 9% alcohol. So
that's right. This was canned fresh today. They, poured it right out of their barrel, right into the can, and they secured the lid on there. It's a fresh beer.
Oh, man, guys. How often do we get to have a beer from the mountains, right? Right here on our show. So thank you so much, Guven, for, get me one of these nice beers, and we're going to have to review this beer on the show, bro. But you going to be ready to review my beer afterwards, too?
Of course.
All right, awesome. So, here, for everybody else out there, look, we got Tim IB who's watching. Shout out to him. Ryan Mackey, Jennifer Newman, Dave Stoner. Shout out to you, bro. I know you just got your beanies. I love how you looked in those beanies, bro. We got my boy Savion. He said, played with you, coach. Yo, pup up say. Yo, we got my boy K-Sam on here. Ishabad Crane as usual, man. So, for everybody else out there, let's put our drinks up. Cheers up. And thanks again, my boy Guven. Wow, yo. It doesn't even seem like that is 9% alcohol, bro. That shit is good, man.
That's right. It's got a nice taste to it, right?
Dude, when I saw this, I was thinking, when you look just at the can, I was thinking, oh, here we go. This might be a really big dark beer, but for those people out there, it's really light, man, especially at 9%, man.
You see how I say it's an acquired taste, though? It's got that aftertaste a little bit.
Yeah.
Once you start drinking and get into it, it goes down real smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Hey, let's put it this way, man. If I had to give this a 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a strong 8. All right, I'm going to give this a strong 8. This beer is very, very delicious. And I feel like it could definitely creep up on you, all right?
Oh, yeah.
I know you're probably going to give this a 10 out of 10, right?
That's right.
I'm the Russian judge, guys. I'm the Russian judge. But cheers up again, man.
Cheers, buddy. Oh, yeah.
That is the good stuff, man. So, now, since we tried, your beer, I gotta give you one of my beers, all right? So check this out. This one is from Cypress Brewery, and this one is called Nice, all right? It was funny when Dave came in, when I came in to get this beer today, Dave's like, so what are you feeling, Barry? You feeling naughty or nice? And I was like, I gotta start off with nice, dog. So, I was like, let's try out with this Nice. And this is Imperial Stout with coffee, ginger, vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And this is brewed right here in Edison, bro.
I've heard a lot of good things about this brewery, so I'm pretty excited for this.
Have you ever been to the brewery?
Nope, but I've been wanting to, and my friends are always telling me about this, so I'm pretty excited about this. All
right, so I guess we're going to have to crack this one open. Shout out to Jeff Toro, who's here watching on our Facebook live stream. Yo, crack a beer, bro. Come chill with us. But here we are. Like we said, this is an Imperial Stout with coffee, ginger, vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg. All right. You want a different cup for this one, or you want to drink it straight out the can? What you feeling?
I'll take the cup.
All right, there we go. Well, I guess we should put our pinkies out too, should we?
Yeah, that's right.
We're classy beer drinkers over here, guys. I tell you, we're classy. But for those people that can't see it through, it's a darker beer. It has that coffee smell to it. You got a nice little aroma, but I think I'm ready for it. You ready for this one?
Definitely.
All right, here we go. Cheers up, man. This is the Nice beer from Cypress Brewery.
Time to get nice with Cypress Brewery from Edison. You can get this at VW Liquors in Edison on Wick Plaza.
Oh, my uncle, he's sick, man.
Wow.
He's telling us mix that beer. I will not be mixing these beers at all. But let me tell you, this beer right here, this is fire, man.
I want to set a scene for you guys. Just imagine, maybe 2, 3 o'clock. Your family starts coming over. It's Christmas Eve, even Christmas Day. This is the kind of beer you want to be drinking with your family.
Oh yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. The Nice is definitely another good beer. I think if I had to give this a 1 to 10. I might give this a 7. I definitely like your beer a little bit more. It's a little bit more crisp, and I feel like I could drink another one of those beers that you gave me as opposed to this Nice.
Definitely, this is a beer. It's very enjoyable, but you can only have probably one of these and be really happy with it.
Facts. So I guess since we've had the stout, I don't know what kind. You said this is a 24, right? That's the type of beer. So when we're looking at other types of beers, not in, I guess, this holiday scene, like, what kind of beers do you look for when you're, going out trying to look for different breweries?
I just like going areas. Like when I went to Vermont, I searched for different breweries. I'm going to Colorado in February. I plan on going to a bunch of different breweries. Maybe having some Coors Light on the side because that's a nice mountain beer.
Yeah, right. The pride of the Rockies.
It's all about the area, though. It's a good reason it's a good thing to do when you're away from home. Go to a brewery.
Oh, for sure, man. And that's one of my favorite things to do, too, especially when you're out and about, trying different places. It's always good to try what the locals have. I know when I go to, different restaurants, too, I'll even ask the waiter, like, what's your favorite thing to get? Because I kind of want to see what's that hot item, So it's almost that same way with beers, too. So when you go place, I was spending a little bit of time out in Long Island, so I was drinking Long Island beers for a little bit, too. So it's always good to try different things, man. And I want to definitely thank you for coming here on the show today, Guven.
Thanks for having me, Barry.
Nah, for real, man.
This is a pleasure, man.
Nah, you're like I said, such a cool dude. You be infusing energy into this bowl and shit, and you're just such overall just a cool dude, man. So I guess in closing, before we get off here, I always like to ask the guests that come out here. If you could give any type of advice to, my viewers out there, for someone that's really looking for some sort of positive advice to, make themselves a little bit better, what type of advice would you give it to them that you kind of, is based on your core values? Like, what can you tell people that can help you get to where Guven's been?
Always try to be better.
Always
shoot for more, because you can achieve it.
Facts, man. I mean, that... you put it, short and sweet there, but
it's simple. That's simply what it is. Just always want more.
And that's something that doesn't come, right away for a lot of people. But I think that from coming here on this show and just the confidence that you show and how you talk about the goals that you have, I have full confidence that you're gonna do those things because. With the confidence that you show, I think that that's something that everybody on this show can take from, is that when you truly believe it. And, I talked about this on a post where, my boy Antoine had made he sent me a picture of him in the beanie and him in my hoodie. But this was something that he had talked about for months before, saying about, yo, you got to release these beanies, Barry. Yo, you got to drop these beanies. And it was literally speaking it into existence. And I feel like that's kind of, what you're pretty much telling us here to do. And that's what you've done with yourself, man, is just really speaking it into an existence. And that takes a powerful person, man. So, just thank you for being you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Barry. Guys, I want to tell you, these beanies are awesome. I've had a lot of beanies in my day, but these are nicely made beanies. I love the logo. I love the color scheme here. You guys want these beanies. You want to be wearing them.
Oh man, they're definitely gonna have to get them some beat. I mean, how many did you see left? We only had like 5 or 6 left, right?
There weren't that many left. Get them while they're hot. You know what I'm saying?
So
break it out.
Oh man, I don't even have them in my pockets, man.
Break out the shirt. Here we go.
Guys,
I want you all to hear about this. All right.
All right. So tell them the story of the OG one here that you have.
I got the OG1 T-shirt. It's signed by Barry Holmes himself.
Right here.
One day when my boy Barry is on the radio, all right, you guys are gonna want this T-shirt. So hit me up. All right, Kose. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. You'll find me. I'm around.
So you're gonna try and resell that shirt?
One day when Barry's on the radio, just watch, guys. You guys are gonna want that T-shirt.
Oh man, the first ever signed...
I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I think I'm gonna frame it, man. If you end up on the radio, my prized possession.
Well, I'm gonna take your advice and I'm gonna speak it into existence. So you better go get a fucking frame.
I told you I just got the house, so it's going on my wall, bro. Just watch.
Man. So if I come over for poker night, that shit better be on the wall, man.
It will be.
Oh man, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you.
Hell yeah, but that was episode 84 in the books. I got one more task for you. You think you can do it, bro?
I think I can handle it.
All right, so what we did tonight is we raffled off. So for people out there, we had a $1 raffle, and we raffled off one of these shirts in medium, one of the last shirts, a medium. And then also we raffled off one of the highlighter beanies. So the beanie that he has there, but in a highlighter with black text. So
you think I can buy him real quick?
Well, you did get one, so you still can get the
we're all good. We're all good here.
But yeah, man. So here's what I'll say here. We have the raffle here. Everybody paid $1 for an entry, $20 max entry. We're gonna try and spin the wheel here and see who will be victorious and get our grand prize of a beanie and an OG8 shirt. You think you can do it, bro?
Yeah, I think I can click the mouse.
So you move it over to the spin. And then we'll do a little countdown, and it'll be a nice little click there. You ready? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin that wheel, Guven. And this wheel is a spin.
Here we go.
Guven, who is gonna be our winner? Who is the winner?
All right, looks like we got Stephanie C.
Stephanie C.
Let's go.
Stephanie Cabrera.
Let's go.
Shout out to my boy Jeffrey, his girl. Stephanie is the recipient of a fresh OG8 shirt and a nice highlighter beanie. Jeff, I'm going to come over tomorrow and I'll drop that beanie off to you and maybe we'll have a beer. Maybe I'll bring one of these that Guven had over. So bring your beer drinking, all right, Jeff? But, yo, Stephanie, she put in this, she said, yeah! I swear, Jeffrey's always telling me she's winning parlays and going to AC, winning on slots. I gotta go to AC with Jeff and Stephanie, man, because she seems to be so lucky, man. But, you know, I thank you so much, Steph, for your support. And, you know, you are the winner of this beanie and shirt. So, bigs up to Stephanie Cabrera. But,
gamble with Stephanie, but not with me.
You know, I like you, man. I like taking your money.
You're lucky. You're lucky. You know, you bring him luck. Me, I'll just take his money.
Oh my God! With friends like this, who needs enemies, right? But yo, we gotta thank our sponsors before we get out of here. Shout out to VW Liquors, located in Wick Plaza, Edison, New Jersey. Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets! We always do that for Dave at the end of the show. Come on, you're not a Mets fan, dog? No, look at this guy. Such a Seinfeld. This is a Seinfeld guy, man. But nah, I love Dave, you know, Tim, Caroline, Neva, Crystal Dice, Gabe Azarello, all those people over there. They're doing great things at VW Liquors. Shout out to them. Love them so much. Also want to give a shout out to 91s.com. My boy Cody Bromley's got the best acid wash apparel in the game. Shout out to my boy Savion Gaynor over at Skydive Socks. He helped to give my man Brian Spahn a nice shirt for his wife. We tie-dyed an OG1 for him. My boy Say's doing great things, man. Please hit him up over there. Also want to give a shout out to my boy Angelo Crognali over at 13.5 Clothing Company. They got some hot stuff. You're going to want to check them out. Also want to give a shout out to my boy over at over at Ink Parlor. My boy Timmy Hugel. He's giving some great stuff. He's helping me out to make these shirts, give people their brand identity. We're going to have the OG9s coming very soon. We put Tim into production. He's hard at work over there. So, you know, we got a January 1st release date for that, so you're going to want to check soon. Shout out to them over at Ink Parlor. Also want to give a shout out to Maria and my boy Joe Snow, helping people to get their financial freedom daily. So for you need any type of financial freedom or need to get yourself on a plan to be sustainable, please hit them up, Joe Snow and Maria over at New York Life. And then, finally, over at Air We Are. We got the best air conditioning and heating needs that you need. My boy Jeff Galata has everything on lock. You're going to definitely want to hit him up over there. But, you know, that about does it for this show, man. Thank you so much. This is the 84th episode in the book. My boy Guven over here. Oh, man, thanks so much for coming here on the show,
Thank you, Barry. Shout out to my boy Barry, man. If you guys want to know what the grind is, Barry is the definition, man. Like I said, I got lucky. This guy is the grind. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Anybody that needs to know.
hey, like he said, anything is possible. And you just got to put your mind to it. And like he said, we're going to try and speak these things into existence. Shout out to my boy Say, because this is my last story before I go. And this is why I say you need people around you that inspire you and that help motivate you, because, I had, experiences with job searching, like I said, where, we've had interviews and I've had frustrations of not getting the callbacks and not getting where I needed to go. And sometimes you have people that say you're not grinding, or, oh, you're just collecting checks. And that can be difficult because, I am out here grinding, like you can see. But, I had an interview today, and I told my boy, he's like, how did it go, man? Did you get the job? Did you get the job? And I was like, yeah, she said she's going to hit me back. He goes, nah, did you get the job? You got to speak this into existence. And it's kind of like that mind frame that we talk about where, I've, in a way, kind of trained myself to not get frustrated or to not get that disappointment off just accepting reality. But really, what you have to do is, embrace reality and kind of take the reins and make it your own. So, for him saying to embrace it and to really speak it into existence, that just all speaks along lines of what you've been saying, Guven. And, with you living your life that way, I have no choice but to live that life myself as well, too, because if I didn't, why would we have these t-shirts? Why would you have your beanie on right now? It wouldn't mean anything. So, thank you so much for coming here on the show. Thank you for supporting me, Guven. And thank you for making this Talk That Talk show what it is, bro. For coming here on the show and being yourself, man. That's all we ask, bro.
Thank you, man.
Oh, man. So thanks, everybody out there. Like I said, Naya Santiago, Zach Stockman on Facebook, my boy Marcus, who's one of the best MMA fighters out of New York right now, man. I tell you, don't take a kick from that guy. I got the best fans. I got the best guests that come on the show, and I got real good people that support me and that believe in me. So, thank you to everybody out there listening to the show and that supports. And thank you for being one of the people that believes in me, because I promise you, I'm never going to let you down. All right? I'm never going to let you down. This is the Talk That Talk show. Every Friday, 8:30. You know the vibes, man. I'm going to catch y'all. And thanks again to Guven Kose, man. Another strong episode, bro.
Thank you, Barry.